Fallout mini game from Modiphius. We got to play it at Gen Con, or
Yes.
you did, and we've been talking about it for a while now. Finally has gone up for pre-order officially on their website, and there are many different
Yes, there are a
tiers.
lot of tiers. The main one that probably a lot of people are going to look at is the 2-player starter set. This comes with pretty much a little bit from everything and enough for obviously 2 people to play. That starts around $80. I expect when it comes with a lot of miniatures. And then of course there's starter sets where basically if you want to play with more of if you want to already build your Brotherhood of Steel army, your Super Mutant army, so forth.
And I think the one you were saying is the 2-player starter set, and the rest they're calling core boxes.
Yeah, I think those are more of like for you to have your one group instead of like the 2 players is actually designed to be like, I can buy this, then you and me can do our little skirmishes. In addition, though, yes, there is of course the get everything one.
Bundles.
Yes.
And there's one, so it starts, there's one that's somewhere around $400.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's, I think there's like a couple other smaller bundles maybe, but there's a $400 one. There's also one that goes for around $900.
Yes.
That is everything you could think of included. And that's pretty pricey, even for a miniatures game. That's a lot of money to be spending on anything. That's all. You could almost buy the new iPhone for that amount of money. So I don't know. We've said it all the time. We're not huge miniatures gamers, and for miniatures gamers, there's more of an expectation of higher price cost with these types of things because there's lots of figures and models and all that kind of thing. But it seems like, from our reactions, what I've seen around the internet, even those kinds of people are a little taken aback by this $900 bundle. I don't know who the audience is for that. I really don't. Like, the most diehard Fallout fan, would you really jump into an unknown new system for $900?
And that's one of the things that's nice though. It's not the only thing you have to recall.
That is, of course.
And that's the one thing that you can sort of take a breather, and that part of me, I think maybe just because the word pre-order's attached, in our mind we're already thinking how Kickstarter works, like you have that only 30 days and you won't know if you can get it again. This is not that kind of system.
That's right, not Kickstarter, yeah.
So honestly, when I look at it, obviously looking at my own budget of what I can spend,
yeah.
But at the same time, I'm like, maybe I could, if I decide, just get the 2-player, and then later on I just pick and choose what I want to do. Depending on what comes out, maybe I focus solely on the story, so maybe I don't need these things as much. Or if I focus completely on the battles, like if I knew you, for example, are also getting into it, I could be like, what, I don't need all that. I'm just building my Brotherhood of Steel unit, because let's be honest, if I was going to go, I'm doing them. But something like that. So there's definitely...
Yeah,
I think you just have to understand that there's not a timestamp on this. Slow and steady wins the race.
Yeah, in fact, very slow might win because maybe the price will actually drop.
Not only that, and I will say this too, like you said in the beginning, we're not really into the miniatures game yet. So we can't really tell you like, oh, this is way overpriced or way underpriced and stuff. Honestly, this does you have to do research your own if it's big enough for you. I'm more curious to hear, because I haven't seen too much yet, more on how they do more of this, because they said they're going to do this, like story campaigns and stuff like that.
Yeah. And from what you played of the demo, you did like it a lot.
No, it was a very fun miniatures game. I think I liked the way it worked, and obviously there's some cool things that they said don't have in the story, like you can actually cripple limbs and stuff, which sounds very exciting if you've been a Fallout fan and know it has those little details in there.
Yeah, so if you are a Fallout fan and want a miniatures game, $80 is pretty standard for a game like this. That's not bad at all. It's just those other ones that are like, what? What's going on in that box? What am I getting there?
Well, I think some of the box actually even included, like, that's the thing, scenery. Like, you actually get that entire gas station I played with.
Right, yeah, like crazy models and stuff like that. Yeah, it'll. If anyone's buying one of those bundles, please tell us about it, because I would be really interested. We'll probably would never find out their actual sales reports. What does sell the best for them? How many people are buying that?
I would be curious to see if there's this one. You probably would find out if like almost everyone goes like one group, like of the factions and stuff.
No, yeah, that would be interesting. Yeah, find out what they should have like a popularity poll, so you have to fight for your faction to be the best seller. Anyway, that's up right now on Modefus' website, so you can check that out.
If you enjoyed this video, it was just a snippet of our full-length podcast, which you can find on our YouTube channel every week. So please go ahead, like, and subscribe for more board game-related content coming at you in the future.
And don't forget to check out rollforcrit.com, where we actually sell a lot of the games we talked about, as well as post news and all our other videos. Until then, I'm Will Keeler.
I'm Jonathan Estes, and this is Roll for Crit.